already. We had so much fun on the show, for real, that I didn't even realize that we're already at the last hour of the show. We hope you're having as much fun as we are, if not more.
If you're just joining us, good morning. It's going to be a very, very beautiful day.
Yes, it's going to be a sunny and crisp day. And to tell us all about it, Catherine, Verdon, Diamond standing by. Hey, does
Dwayne, you love flowers as well.
Does Dwayne get you enough flowers?
He does get me flowers sometimes. I enjoy flowers, but you know what else? I got my hot chocolate. And you know what else? Alex didn't give it to me. Joe did. I'm enjoying my hot chocolate outdoors in this nice cool air. Look at the temperatures right now. Only 4 degrees downtown. Actually, at the Dorval Airport, a little bit warmer downtown. The winds coming in from the north-northeast at 4 kilometers per hour. So not a huge factor here, those winds. Satellite radar showing we had a clear night, beautiful skyline. The Futurecast showing us a high pressure system. So this is the high pressure system that's bringing plenty of sunshine. There is some cold air as well, but enjoy the sunshine while it lasts. Your 3-day forecast, and it's not a bad one. 17 degrees is our high today with sunshine. Tomorrow, a little bit warmer at 21 degrees. And then on Thursday, we get a few thin clouds. The high there at 23 degrees. So isn't that wonderful? Right now, if you're coming in on the Mercier Bridge, what's not wonderful is the traffic. 16 minutes for the drive. You're looking at only 60 minutes for the drive time on the bridge itself. So that's pretty heavy. Coming in from the Champlain, you're backed up to Milan, 20 minutes on the bridge itself. Victoria, 25 minutes on the inbound. That's a lot of volume from Victoria Avenue to University. And finally, Jacques Cartier, because of that earlier accident today, still backing up 9 minutes for the drive time on the Jacques Cartier. It's a very short span, but very heavy at this hour right now. So, Alex, I just want to say I'm enjoying my hot chocolate thanks to Joe.
You know, Joe is a great man. He's taking care of you, and I have failed you. I'm sorry, Catherine.
No.
All right, and it's time for news, and we're going to join Joanne, who's standing by with all your headlines.
A West Island company ordered to clean up dangerous PCB says it can't afford to do the work. That may mean that taxpayers will be on the hook to pay the bill. Laura Casala is outside Reliance Power Equipment. So, Laura, you're covering this live for us, and the government is expected to make a big announcement on this very shortly, actually.
In a half hour from now, Joanne, Environment Minister Yves-François Blanchet will show up here on the site of Reliance Power Equipment on Jaimes Boulevard and make an announcement. The stage has been set. The podium is up. The speakers are up. Now, it is expected that he will say that the government is taking control of the site and taking over the cleanup. Now, this after the company has indicated that it can't afford to pay for the cleanup. Now, initial estimates were that it was going to cost between $3 and $4 million. Well, looks like it's going to cost about $8 million, which is more than what the company can afford, more than it's even worth. Now, this comes 2 weeks after the company had submitted an action plan to the government saying that taxpayers would not be on the hook for the cost of this cleanup. Well, looks like now things are going to change and that you and I, the taxpayer, will be expected to pay for some of this. So the government, again, will be here in about a half hour from now. And of course, we continue to cover this live for you and we'll bring you all the details very shortly. Joanne?
That is our Laura Casella live for us this morning, covering a developing story. All right, the Quebec Liberal Party confirmed in a statement on its website that the province's anti-corruption unit visited its Montreal headquarters in July. The statement comes after Radio-Canada revealed the information about the secret search in a report on Monday night. The report said the raid took place in complete secrecy as all eyes were turned to the fatal train derailment in Lac-Mégantic. Now, only a small group of investigators took part in the raid. Radio-Canada has filed a motion with the Supreme Court to unseal documents related to the investigation. That request will be heard on Friday. Montreal Police Arson Squad is investigating an overnight firebombing at a hair salon in Rivière-des-Prairies. Firefighters responded to a possible Molotov cocktail attack at around 3 a.m. Inside the business, they found an incendiary device. The hair salon sustained minor damages. It took almost 10 years and about $3.5 billion, but Bombardier's much-anticipated new commercial jet successfully completed its maiden flight yesterday. The gleaming white CS-100 lifted off the runway at Mirabel Airport. About 3,000 Bombardier employees and onlookers gathered there at the tarmac to witness the maiden flight. Bombardier says its C-Series jets will be larger, quieter, and more fuel efficient than anything built by its competitors. The C-Series project is expected to create thousands of new jobs in the Montreal area. In international headlines now, UN inspectors say they can confirm chemical weapons were in fact used in a Damascus suburb in the early morning hours of August 21st. The attack is said to have killed 1,400 people. The UN team spent days investigating what happened, and the report was unveiled on Monday. They say they found undeniable evidence of exposure to sarin gas by nearly every survivor they examined. The capsized cruise liner Costa Concordia is sitting upright this morning. This is the first step of an unprecedented effort to salvage the ill-fated ship. Salvage crews managed to roll the 114,000-ton vessel off the rocks at the Italian island of Giglio. The salvage operation lasted all day. Engineers used massive pulleys, cables, and steel tanks. The Costa Concordia disaster killed 32 people when the cruise liner ran aground in January of 2012. That is it for your news headlines for now. Over to Alex and Elias on the BT Couch for sports.
All right, time for sports. The Habs were playing again yesterday, and the Subban brothers were facing off for the first time.
You know, it's great to see. There's so many like power brothers,
families in the
families
NHL.
in sports.
Absolutely.
So it's
like
great to have one in our city.
The Stahl brothers are a big one, obviously. But unfortunately, that ended up in a loss, a 6-3 loss against the Boston
only
Bruins.
preseason. Take a deep breath. I know.
Let's take it easy, right? That's, I love to say that. We need to calm down. Preseason game. Carey Price already. His name is popping out for someone to blame.
Yeah.
Let's breathe. All
And
right.
I know we all like to point out they didn't have a shot on goal for 12 minutes against a weak Bruins team, but you know what? Preseason doesn't matter. Let's just move on.
Let's
right?
move on. 14 players actually are moving on, going back to their minor teams because, you know, that's how it works. Rookies, they come, training camp, get cut, but I'm sure they learned a lot. All right, we were talking this morning about a preseason game as well in Florida with for the Panthers. Here's the picture of the audience in the stands, which to me says it all about how important hockey is down there in Florida. And we asked you to caption this picture. We need a title for this, and there was a lot of great response.
A lot of great responses. Tasso Bajo says everyone else was at home watching the Habs game.
That's
Probably
very
true.
good.
I mean, that's when they draw in Florida, is when the Habs play in town. Brian Carstairs says, you know, it's a bad day when your NHL exhibition game happens. Your wife, your parents, and your girlfriends don't show up, and then they miss your first goal. So yeah, and then Gary Thomas says, great news, every Florida Panthers fan has made it to the game. So
here's a good one here. Let's move the team to where there are fans. Quebec City.
Russell Stubert says, let's move the fans to Quebec City. So you know what? And Amy Laren says Bueller. So yeah, nobody there. Pretty funny. We'll pick a winner after this.
We'll pick a winner before the end of the show, which we can put the title on the picture.
We'll give him a B team up. Winner gets a B team up. That's what we're gonna do.
All right, that's it for sports. You're watching Breakfast Television right here on City.